Alright guys, I have something a little bit different today. We are pulling from a YouTube channel instead of something that's been officially released by Universal. This is going to be new territory for us, because up until now we've pulled strictly from the source material. Now we're actually going to be reacting to a random YouTuber. See how well this goes.
When I heard that the new Jurassic World movie was about to be filmed where I live in Krabi, Thailand, I was on a mission. A mission to find out where they were filming and to get as close as I possibly could. But never in my wildest dreams did I think we'd ever end up with the original Rebirth movie props at our home and set up like this. Here's how it all started. My wife Amy noticed a Facebook post on Our Nung Locals, a saga film casting agency looking for extras in an adventure movie. So rumors soon went around that that adventure movie was Jurassic World 4.
Also known as Jurassic Park 7. Naming conventions have gotten a little out of hand. Yeah, this video popped up in my recommended today, and I thought, we should do this video because I watched half of it already while I was folding laundry, and I thought, this is really cool. More people need to know about this. So I wanted to spotlight it on my channel. I don't know anything about this guy. I don't know anything about his YouTube channel. I don't know anything about him as a person, like what he believes in. I don't know any of that stuff, and quite frankly, I don't care. We're strictly here to cover the material that's being presented.
Hearing this news, my adrenaline started to pump, as Jurassic Park has and always will remain my #1 movie.
Same.
It actually changed the course of my life, but that's another story. The first location we found was the Fisherman's Village, where they hired a local's property and set it up for the Van Dyke's bar scene. It looked very cool, and so much effort and details, even adding old stickers, staples, and parts of Christmas decorations to make it look like the bar had been there forever.
They're really stepping it up with the set dressing, huh?
Definitely no expense spared. And check out the huge megalodon jaw. Quite amazing. I'm really looking forward to seeing these bar scenes.
We're the best at moving things and people in and out of places they shouldn't be.
Because parts of the bar and the jaw are now set up at home.
Wow, he got lucky. He was able to get a lot of these props.
It's a big tent. The next location we found was only 4 minutes away.
Yeah. All right, that's the location. To let all the van drivers know where to go. So that's where we're going now. Unit.
Why are people still filming vertical? You boomer!
2.
So.
Down here, eh?
Yep.
All right, here we go.
At our local kayaking and swimming river. In the movie, they used...
That is such a cool area. There's so many parts of the world that I want to visit, but you can't because humans are just outright garbage.
this setting for the swamp scenes. We sat here all day watching them set up the scenes, set up the big camera, then fogging up the river to give it that creepy look.
I wouldn't say creepy, I'd say more atmospheric, but...
Okay, here's a minute or two of unedited and uninterrupted clips for you to watch.
He's just out there working hard. I want to be on set.
I love.
Rule is, no one's on the water without a life jacket, please. That's what we go for. The second rule is, this is marine single design. Thank you very much. Yeah.
Wonder if those are the actual. I guess I gotta leave it playing. I wonder if those are the actual actors, or if those are the stunt doubles. Yeah, that'd be a real cool area to visit. Probably hot. Probably really hot and muggy, but it works. It works for these movies. That'd have to suck if that camera ended up in the water. I need to shave. Should have shaved today before I showered. I'll do it tomorrow.
Here's the team that give you all those epic drone shots. A really nice group of guys.
See, if
So
that's
we were told they were filming at the old mine site.
if that's actual footage, then I'm happy with that. I don't know why my throat is so scratchy today. I don't know anymore when I'm looking at something that's CGI and when I'm looking at something that's real. And people might say, well, that's a testament to CGI, but I don't know. Like, sometimes things can look a little too cinematic. I still want a little bit of that realism left in there. You know what I mean? I very much want... I don't want to get off into a whole thing here. It's just when I look at those shots, I guess drone shots are fine. They're beautiful shots. But there's something about the way that films are made these days that I'm just, I don't know, call me old-fashioned.
We had no clue what that was. So we kept driving and asking locals, where is this old mine site? And we eventually found this place. But they weren't set up for any filming here at this time. So we kept driving past it, and about 200 meters past is when we found the 6 wooden crates with hadrosaur written on it. That's when things got excited. So, and then we noticed in the lake they were set up, and that's when we saw the hadrosaur laying there with the blue tarp on top.
Wow.
Aww.
I'm actually going to touch a dinosaur from Jurassic Park.
I was actually shaking as I was walking over to put my hand on its head.
Beautiful.
What a special moment.
Can't believe it.
How we got to walk freely around, I have no idea. My guess is they just assumed that we worked for the production.
Well, one thing in life that's always true is if you just waltz in anywhere you want and walk around with your chest puffed out like you belong there, walk around with intent on your face, people rarely ask you what you're doing there. People just assume you belong, because at the end of the day, everybody's just there to pull their shift and go home. Very few people are actually going to give a crap.
Here, this. It looks like metal, but it's plastic.
There was a lot of cool scenes filmed in this area, including this.
We put ourselves in a place we don't belong.
Leaving only the worst ones here. building was the research facility for the original Jurassic Park.
Now I'll skip forward 7 months after filming and show you the research facility location.
Made it seem like it was part of the
We only knew they used this area when we seen the first preview that came out,
old abandoned mine.
so we returned.
Awesome for movies. Beautiful, beautiful location. So you know this part of the tin that was in it. Very nice. Lovely day. It's 9 o'clock in the morning here. No one around. See what we can find. What's in here? Let's see if the lab's in here.
Yeah, maybe have dinosaur egg in there. Any dinosaur egg?
Not seeing any dinosaurs. Right, check this out. This is so cool. They've left stuff behind. Here's what looks meant to be a steel door. So there's obviously they've made cages here. Some piping, blue piping that's made to look like metal. And then over here, right, there's such a beautiful sight. And then here we got some fake solar panels. And some more steel doors, some framing.
Be careful, it's nail everywhere.
Yep. So more of these steel doors.
For as much as I love nature, I do love a good man-made ruins. Like I love urban decay. There's something about the aesthetic of something being old and run down and left behind and abandoned. Tickles my fancy.
And the solar panels. We've just gotten here. Oh, there's some signs over here. Love. Look, over there's signs.
Love.
Alright, I'll go walk around.
Let's go and have a look. Let's see what these signs say. This is pretty cool. Some more steel framing, which is all timber. Gotta watch out for snakes.
Oh, cool! That side I seen it on the movie. It's a tin side.
Oh, nice. Look at
Oh,
that.
lucky.
What else
This
is it?
one.
Oh, this is cool. So we got our little bag here. So I'll bring a lot of this home to set up in the room I'm making, so people can come out and see it. And then we'll bring them to this site. One of these sites.
Yes.
There's many sites we'll bring them to.
It is a cool sight.
Woohoo!
Will be a lot around like this.
I would love to know how the filming people who scout out locations find this stuff. Did they just go to Thailand and ask a bunch of locals, like, hey, you know, any cool rundown spots?
The theme park owners did experimental work.
I never thought after 7 months of filming that we'd still be finding stuff, still coming back and finding new locations and having that excitement feel. It was so cool. All right, let's go back to the story and to the next location. The Long Grass and Valley Plains location.
Now, this part's really fascinating. I got halfway through the video when I watched this earlier on my own, and I think it was just past the long grass part that I've seen, so the rest will be new to me as well.
The long grass is real and planted just for the movie.
This would be a medical breakthrough that could save countless lives.
We need DNA from the 3 biggest dinosaurs.
Look how big it is. Love, you have to go stand next to it so we can see how big this
Yeah.
grass is.
Yeah, they've been growing this for a long time. They use for the thing, so they can run through this.
So what you're going to have, there was a drone scene over this.
Yeah.
So they would have had this moving along, you know, like they have in the movies, rustling.
Yeah.
This would have been used in the movie. And then the Jeep.
Well, they can't be too far away from civilization. I heard her phone ding. This is some beautiful grass. I wonder what species of grass that is. Species? Would you call it species if it's plant life?
Coming along here because the car was here in this scene.
That sounds so stupid.
The big Jeep. And we know that because the big trailer was here, the car trailer. And all the tents were set up over here. and we weren't allowed it over here, obviously.
Well, you can drive through this. We should get the car and then drive more.
All right then, we're gonna.
Because the car drive around here.
All right, we'll get the car. So let's just. This is the first time we've been down here.
Yeah, because they close them up, so no one can get through.
Yeah, it would have been pretty beautiful to do a scene here, though.
Jeez, there's mud everywhere. Oh, we have to put the car to clean anyway.
Yeah, we got to put the car in to clean.
I don't want to be this guy, but what environmental effect will this grass have? Is it native? Will it affect the surrounding plant life? Will it affect the local animal wildlife? I don't know. I don't mean to be a negative Nancy. It's just it popped into my head like they planted all this tall grass here for the production of the film, but is it okay to just leave it there?
So it's worth it.
So this is will go around because of the camera, so it can get around.
Yeah, see there's areas where the cars have parked or had a break. This would have been really beautiful. Have a look over here.
Oh, look at the
Yeah,
mountain.
let's have a look.
Beautiful.
After filming had finished, the owner of the land killed off the long grass to grow palm trees.
That answers my question.
But we managed to save a piece and bring it home. And now look at it, it's thriving. Next is the cave scenes. This is filmed directly across from my mother-in-law's house. Quite bizarre.
So they put these stairs up, which are going to be taken down in a few days. All this scaffolding and steps have been put up.
Just
So
for
after-
the movie.
Watch your
Sounds like actual metal.
step, I guess. Because they've finished filming now. So we're just going to come up and have a look at what they could have been filming. I don't know if that's for the movie though, is it?
It does, because it's never been here before.
Yeah, but look at the wood. It's like it's already eaten out.
Well, let me climb up.
Yeah, that's not for the movie. They'd make it safer than that.
But
That's
no
just
one,
for the
Yeah.
cave.
sure? No one come up here though.
I'm not sure what they filmed here, but the security, who is a relative of Amy's, said that they had a small, cute dinosaur with them.
All right,
People go up there too.
Oh, this is still part of the filming. Because they've got the scaffolding. Hey, that's a styrofoam rock, isn't it?
Oh, look like it.
Oh my God,
Let's take it home.
that's cool.
I'm going.
Look, Amy can just pick up those rocks.
Look at me.
All right, I've got to try and step down.
You want one home?
Yep.
And have another one there. And
Wow.
this one too.
So something was here.
Honey, that's the plastic, I mean the floor.
Wow, have a look at this. These only last a year out in the rain though, that's the thing. This is what the rock expert told us.
They
and
make from the rubber.
They've got a green cross here, so something's going to be here where the green cross is. Because they cut that out in the film, but in place it was something else.
That's a big rock, it's a foam.
So these are all just fake. They reckon they didn't have enough in here, eh?
Even they have enough, they still can't pick it up, it's too heavy.
That is pretty cool, though. I mean, you don't stop and think when you're watching movies just how much goes into set dressing. I don't think we give those people credit enough. Like, we always talk about the director and the actors and the people who write the screenplay and whatnot, composers and whatnot. The little people, people you don't even know exist.
That's a real.
Is there any smaller ones?
Don't have?
Any dinosaur skulls?
Yeah, you wish.
What are those on the stairs over there?
Go have a look.
See down there? What is that? Amy wanted this for a garden, and it weighs like 250 kilos.
Look at him. Power. Here. Oh, there. There? Oh, there.
I gotta put it down.
Okay.
I gotta put it down.
All right then.
It's heavy.
All right then.
Oh my god, do you reckon I could be in the movie?
All
With
right.
this acting? Is it
Yeah,
good or not?
it's pretty shit.
Ah, damn.
It's July 2nd, and the filming crew are heading over to the island in Town for the big D-Rex scene. We had no idea at the time what they were setting up here to film. If we knew it was on the pontoon, we would have stuck around for the night shoot. Come on! Run! And the next location is Hoi Toi National Park. Lots of beautiful scenes shot here. You got the big trees and the helicopter crash scene, and also the waterfall scenes, and then walking through the jungle water.
Do we have to get a sample from an egg? I suppose we could try and get it from the parent, but they're a flying carnivore the size of an F-16. We put ourselves in a place where we don't belong. Survival is a long shot.
That's kind of our specialty.
And now we have the very cool Jeep scene locations. They set up here at our local ATV adventure park, where they set up for 2 weeks with various filming scenes of the Jeep. This is where they shot the Jeep from the drone with it coming around the mountain, and it slides out around the corner and drives over the camera shot with the leaves blowing. Looks really cool. The owner of the property was lucky enough to get his photo taken with Rupert Friend.
For a whole night, and then we'll get the armed car in, and that will come down and be at the park's POV of the dinosaur in the road here. The camera on the front of the armed car, and then we'll have a couple more shots on the armed car, and then maybe if we have time and all's gone well, a crash down somewhere down at the bottom of the hill there.
Now, this is where the excitement really starts. The props department. We noticed a pile of rubbish, like broken up pieces of props, and I remember taking a photo of a few of them on location. Now, my mind switched to overdrive on how I can legally take them. Seeing how Amy was a local, I begged her to get up the courage to ask if they would mind if we could take some rubbish to recycle. So after negotiating a deal with Amy and the promise of getting her a new cat, she went to ask. And to my huge surprise, he said it was okay. Amy then told me to come out of the car as she spoke with the guy in charge of the props.
You lied, though. I'm not happy about that. I'm a big proponent of honesty, but you do you, I suppose.
And when I commented on how cool the Jeep looks, he took me over and told me to get in as he started it up.
Wow, this is cool.
It is really cool.
It's so beautiful. Wow.
It's a lot of money to destroy me.
I have a no. It's going back to America. This was made in America and going back. Beautiful.
But see, the thing is this, am I, like, I don't know the full plot for the movie. None of us really do. But, like, am I supposed to believe that that's from the 1980s? Because if this is the original research facility for Jurassic Park, they would have been doing their research in the mid to late 80s. The park was being built, see, he said 93. Yeah, they would have started in the 80s. Because in the film, he says that he spent the last 5 years setting it up. So this vehicle looks way too new and modern to be 1980s. But you would think that if it were going to be a newer vehicle, it wouldn't have the old park paint job.
So cool.
Maybe they didn't screw it up. We hope so.
All right, here we are. It's about 10:30.
10:30.
He's just spoken with the guard, and we're driving at the props over to get the dinosaur guts and the teeth. Over here, see, that's the brick broken up. It's a dinosaur here. Check this out. It's the eye. I think it's the thing I touched.
Yeah, that's it. That's
Is
the
it?
one. Just only one dinosaur, he said.
Wow. But how did they get the guts? We got a car full of it. All right, let's open up.
You're gonna get in the thing.
Oh, have a look at that. Looks like we've murdered someone. If the police pulled us over, they would be like, what's going on? Look at this, dinosaur Bigfoot. Intestines. So something's been ripped open.
Oh, okay. So he did literally mean guts.
Got the teeth. It's full. This car is full. Oh, that's cool. That would look nice framed up.
And 10 long months later, here's the full setup of original Jurassic World Rebirth props. Recycling at its finest.
Okay, I'll give you that. I guess you didn't lie if you consider that recycling. I don't know. I mean, look at it this way. You're the only one in the world that has these props. Screen used props.
Here on display at home in Krabi, Thailand. And free to view by appointment. So if you're interested in getting your photos taken with the props for free, or going on a very cool locations adventure with Amy, simply send us an email.
And there you have it, folks. I was trying to look up on my phone there towards the end of the video and see what he was talking about. It sounded like he said crummy or crappy or something like that, Thailand. I'll have to look it up, see if it's a real place. But be sure to follow their channel up there. I put that on the screen so you guys could go and check it out for yourself. Of course, the original video, the link will be in the description of this video. And there you have it, some behind the scenes stuff that you're not going to get from Universal. Somebody that just happened to be fortunate enough to live in the vicinity of the production filming in Thailand. It looks like there's going to be a lot of good stuff in this movie. I can't stress enough that everybody should see this one. It feels like we're back to a right proper teeth chasing people. A thon.